Morning everyone. Today we are going to see working of fog part 2. Their agenda: fog computing security concerns and best practices, fog computing use cases, a dynamic view of fog computing, and finally questions. First we are going to see fog computing security concerns and best practices. There are three fog computing securities. They are end user privacy, cyber attacks, authentication. First, end user privacy. As a decentralized service, fog computing raises a number of concerns with regards to security. This can be seen most clearly with regards to end user privacy. Fog nodes collect sensitive data from devices at the edge of the network. The fact that fog nodes are situated at the edge of the network means that it is difficult to maintain any kind of centralized control over end user privacy. Second, cyber attacks. Unfortunately, fog computing is also vulnerable to various forms of cyber attacks if the correct protections are not in place. In particular, fog computing is vulnerable to denial of service attacks. The reason for this is that connected devices are rarely authenticated. Attackers can even use connected devices to request ultimated process request until the fog node cannot process genuine data transfer. And third one, authentication. At the basic level, if you are using fog computing, then you need to have authentication in place. You want to make sure that a device has to join the network by authenticating itself before joining the fog network. This makes sure that every node connected to the network is authenticated and authorized. However, you cannot use public key infrastructure authentication or other run-of-the-mill solutions because of the limited resources inherent to IoT devices. And finally, fog computing use cases. Even though fog computing is anticipated to grow at a rapid rate, it is still a technology that is most popular within industries that need to data close to the network edge. In particular sectors like transportation and healthcare are some of the most exciting use cases for computing technology. We have to listed a few of the industries below to give you an idea of the scale of opportunities for computing as access to these for computing use cases. Examples: oil and gas, energy and utilities, hospitality, retail, wearables, smart buildings, agriculture, government, military. We are going to see at the few of these areas below further details. We are going to see one by one. First on healthcare. Healthcare has always had a chaotic relationship with distributive technologies as there is very little time for a learning curve when dealing with patient care. However, the use of IoT technology has been somewhat of sticking point for healthcare providers as traditional network models and cloud computing struggle to turn around data in a short time frame. A fog computing promises to take data transfers that take minutes and turn them into seconds. This is monumental in terms of patient care because it will increase the speed of service dramatically. And third one, transportation. Another massive market of fog computing is in transportation. The clear set application of fog, IoT technology, and fog computing can be seen within vehicle fleets. Transport companies are under constant pressure not just to make deliveries on time but to maintain their vehicles as well. We are starting to see companies using IoT on boards trucks monitoring the condition of brake pads and how much mileage and a vehicle has. The fog computing solution is to spend that data to a fog node and notify the driver if action needs to be taken. Decentralized maintenance in this way helps to ensure that vehicles stay updated on the road. Final, military. One of the other important applications of fog computing technology is in the military. Fog computing has a potential to network soldiers with machines and devices in split second. This is a departure from the sluggish connectivity offered by cloud services. Fog computing would allow soldiers on the front line to access real-time analytics and gain access to valuable information that will not be possible through a cloud service. The end result will be operations supplied with critical information sooner rather than later. This has the potential to put up to the minute data close to the front line and save lives. A dynamic duo for computing. In many ways, fog computing and cloud services complement each other well. Cloud services expand enterprise connectivity on a global scale, but they have always struggled to handle the sheer output of data generated by IoT devices. The fog computing model has been prone to reduce latency and delivery real-time services in the format the cloud services cannot replicate. By analyzing data never to its point of origin, for computing ensures that network resources are not wasted transferring back and forth. At this point, it is clear that fog computing provides organization with a competitive advantage that cannot be ignored. Marshalling the power of up-to-data insights at the edge of a network is bound to have a positive impact on improving an enterprise's decision making. Whether that means having a more informed perspective of patient care or keeping fleet vehicle on the road. And finally, we have to see the questions. The question number 4: fog computing works well in cloud-based control panel. The answer is option C, control. The explanation is fog computing works well in cloud-based control plane to provide control and broader insight across a larger number of nodes. Then question number 5: the challenges can be addressed within a single IoT network by fog node. Option A. The explanation is large cities face challenges from traffic congestion, public safety, high energy use. These challenges can be addressed within a single IoT network by installing a network of fog node. Finally, thank you. Thank you all.